Hey people, that movie I did yesterday, I referenced a couple words to show how they were used, and I didn't put them in context. And so after I went back to look at the context on this word, jap it or make pat, make put, and from ought. And so I started reading here first, and it sounded like a roast. So it says the wage to climb Jimmy itching not so from aught shine which misses shine who empty. And it sounded like something you would say to somebody when you was roasting while they were still alive. The wage to climb Jimmy, the Jimmy to climb the days means to get older. The wage to climb Jimmy, itching is something you're itching for, something you're wanting to do. The wage to climb Jimmy, itching, not NHTSO, the not so from ought. You probably ought not do that. And so this is the word I was talking about, from ought, showing it meant decimal from zero, but it also meant, something you ought not do, a correction, from ought. And so the wage to climb Jimmy itching knots. Knots was the way they used to keep up with the days, they tie knots when a sailor was rowing the boat. He would have a little line. He would tie knots in that line beside him. We did this. We did the same thing. We called it a short timer's chain in the Navy. When you was getting real low of time, you had a little chain you hung with you, and you would cut a link off every day, and it was your short time left in. But it was the not so from ought. The shine which misses, which WHMSIS, which misses the sun, who, how empty. And so I started reading it up, and it was so fitting together a lot easier that way. And when I got to the top, I noticed that this line 25 that wasn't part of this, it was called the curse. It didn't fit in. It was offset. It wasn't part of this. So I looked at it here in this Pello Codex, and you could see that it wasn't part of this paragraph. This paragraph stops here at 24, and it looks like it's off part of this poem. So I'm going to start reading this from 25. Why Homer Ruru Canon of do bid is see I latchy to. And so it's O pirate, who Homer, who command the Ruru canon. Ruru is the high court. When you make a error, ARUR, you mess up, you go to the Ruru court. And it's ancient. It's I told the story about the Indian joke about, when you mess up, you get the ruru. And so they lost this word, but on the boat, if you start screwing up, they say you're going to get fucked in the ass, the ruru. And who command the ruru cannon of bid, of Indu bid is C-I latchy too, is who's in command of dealing out the punishment. Why Homer, who command the Ruru cannon, the big dick, of do in dis I, of doing this C-I latchy too. I'm connecting you to do the bidding of the Ruru cannon. Why Homer broke you, yell ass wage cannon of Delum 2. Why Homer, who command broke, who broke ranks, who ran yella? Who broke you, yella ass wage cannon? And you're fixing to go in front of the cannon of Delum 2. Of Del, as in deal, D-L-M, them, 2. Of Delum 2. You're getting the cannon. Those who got yella and broke ranks and broke the command. Make put from yellow-lipped, whose skin barely misses, wage the cannon of Delum 2. Make put, make pat. Pat is when you're playing poker and no, I'm good, I don't need cards. Make pat or make put, but you can see backwards, this is where it's going to be tap. The tap, make pat. And and so tap is that song, it taps. But to make put from yellow-lipped, whose skin barely misses. So a yellow-lipped, this tells me that these sailors they was making it all the way to India. This is old yellow-lipped sea serpent. Is very poisonous. But I've swam with thousands of them. They don't mess with you. You find them over here by Kuwait and down around India. But that's what the yellow lip mean. That's where your word yellow lipped and yellow bellied and yellow comes from. Because they don't mess with you. They're not going to attack. And that's what they're known for. And so who put from yellow-lipped, whose skin barely misses, backward and forward. So this is the M, this way, S, but back this way it's a S. It's a final S. It's called a final M, but it's a S. Barely misses the wage cannon of Delum 2. All you yellow bellies who broke ranks, who broke command of the cannon of Delum 2. Y'all are getting the cannon. Which itching horror emble souls from aught sun which misses shine. To the witch itching, who's itching for, backwards and forwards, IHNH, which itching horror, backwards starts with A, the horror, which itching horror themble souls. This is the same word for the flood from bull. Imbeciles is what it's trying to say. From aught shine which misses the sun. From aught sun which misses shine. You see, the only difference is these points over the N. These marks underneath were added later. The points, it's in the letter and above the letters, those were the first points to help read this. I'm not sure which is shine and which is sun and which is shone. But which itching horror imbeciles from aught shine which misses shone. Wage to climb, Jimmy itching. To climb, Jimmy, to climb, the Jimmy is the days of the right hand. They'll often say Jimmy is the right hand. And you see it in all this old alchemy art. The right hand is the sun, meaning days. And so the wage to climb, Jimmy, is after Christmas when the sun starts to climb. And it's way down low south and it starts to work its way up. The wage to climb the days, itching, wanting to, not so from aught shine which misses shone, shine which misses sun, who empty. So it sounds like a pirate's burial, where they would fire off a cannon and send you off to do the bidding of who command the Ruru cannon of do bid is C-I Lachitu. I'm giving you the bid of the sea to do the job of the Ruru cannon. So this is a famous old picture of Captain Kidd burying the Bible. You know, we was told that pirates buried treasure. But what happened is they had outlawed the Bible, and he was preserving it. And they got this twisted. See, they added this line in here. He gained the devil's good graces, but no, that's just something they add. But there's a fine old song about him, all to the tune of, my name is Captain Kidd, and I sails as I sailed. I had the Bible in my hand as I sailed, and buried in the sand as I sailed. And you can see here in the full song that my sinful footsteps slid, God's laws they did forbid. You know, that's when he slid, is when God's laws they did forbid. They forbid the Hebrew Bible by the time King James came out, and they tried to get rid of them all. So the pirates was hiding them and burying them in the sand like treasure. I had a Bible in my hand by my father's great command, and I sunk it in the sand when I sailed. So this word they say is Noah. It's just not Noah. Noah comes up one time in 6 at the beginning, and is hidden here in this of old men of renown. It starts with this, what they call Nephilim, which is not. This is the nipple is. And this starts with the wage to kill the hull had from. It means you already had a hull, and you're killing the hull. You drag it up, and you're re-killing, and the loring all in place had me. And so it's in the place. He's re-killing the hull. He's fixing where the ribs was rot, and he can do this because the gubber is race from owls, from the old wise. Is no this is no ISNA is no this is. And after you read this whole chapter, you get a better picture that Noah's Ark is better pronounced Noah Shark. To Noah Shark, and the sharks are Shem, and you see them come up in the end of chapter 10, the Shemites. And Shemites is what you would be calling lawyers. So this word they give Shem is just not, because this final M is pronounced as a S. And to less from yield goes of who I've a call in time of rich make put the goodwill. Alright, I'm gonna cut this off here. Good day.